We're on.
Having the appointed time at 5:30 came and went. It is
Stand by, you're not on yet, Alderman Rockford. The rest of us are, but for some, there you go, you're on.
having the time of 7:54. I'd like to call the Tuesday, May 12th, 2026 Committee of the Whole to order, please. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, would you please take the roll?
Yes. Alderman Cox.
Here.
Alderman Gregory.
Here.
Alderman Williams. Alderman Rockford.
Here.
Alderwoman Purchase. Here. Alderwoman Notriano. Alderman Carlson.
Here.
Alderwoman Conley.
She's out right now. She'll be back.
Okay. Alderman Donelan.
Here.
Alderman Hanauer.
Here.
All right, Chair, a quorum is present.
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion to allow Alderman Donelan to join remotely.
Okay. Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I would accept a motion of approval of the April 28, 2026.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Madam Treasurer? Mr. Treasurer, I'm sorry. You lost your hair. No.
Thank
Please.
you, Alderman Rockford. Treasurer's Report Corporate Fund for the month of April. Beginning balance, $62,430,881. We took in total receipts of $10,686,241. We had disbursements in the month of April totaling $12,586,597, which left the corporate fund ending balance in the month of April at $60,530,550. The ending general fund balance includes $3,229,089, which is the April ending balance for ARPA money. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ketchum. Budget management? Anything?
Do we have to approve that?
Oh,
Motion.
Can I get motion approval?
Second. So moved.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Are there any, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, thank you. Now the ordinance is tabled. Do we have any ordinances tabled or committee? I don't think
None
so.
tabled, no.
Okay. We move for committee consideration ordinances, please.
CWLP 2026-223, an ordinance approving a professional service agreement with BHMG Engineers Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $360,000 and authorizing supplemental appropriation for engineering services in relation to the Lincoln Capital Land LLC Solar Farm MISO Project E003 for the Office of Public Utilities.
Move for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you.
2026-224, an ordinance authorizing a payment to Itron Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $100,538.12 for services in relation to meter reading data for the Office of Public Utilities.
Move consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes got it.
2026-225, an ordinance approving payment to Advanced Utility Systems Corporation, a division of N. Harris Computer Corporation, in the amount not to exceed $664,391.89 for annual software support and maintenance for a 2-year term for Infinity Customers Information System, CIS, for Office of Public Utilities.
Move consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-226, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of a 2026 Ford T350 cargo van from Landmark Ford Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $63,112 under state contract number BOSS 4P28544 for the Office of Public Utilities.
Move for consent. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-227, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of a 2026 Ford F-350 truck from Landmark Ford Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $72,874 under state contract number BOSS 4P23568 for the Office of Public Works.
Move for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-228, an ordinance authorizing a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $312,372 from unappropriated fund balance to accommodate FY 2026 electric pilot contributions for the Office of Public Utilities.
Move for consent.
Any discussion? All in favor? Ayes have it.
Public Works. 2026-229, a resolution for temporary closure of a portion of Illinois State Route 97, Jefferson Street from 9th to 5th Street for the annual Halloween Parade to be held October 24th, 2026 for the Office of Public Works.
Move to consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-230, a resolution for temporary closure of a portion of Illinois State Route 97, Jefferson Street from 5th to 9th Street for the annual Christmas Parade to be held on December 5th, 2026 for the Office of Public Works.
Motion for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
2026-231, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of a 2026 International Tandem Axle Dump Truck from Rush Truck Centers of Illinois Incorporated in an amount of $219,567 and authorizing a supplemental appropriation from unappropriated fund under state contract 24416 CMS Boss 4P 75582 for the Office of Public Works.
Move to consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Chair.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alderwoman Conley.
Thank you. If the director could just come up real quickly, I don't remember if this was in the budget or if this is replacing something that we didn't have planned.
I believe it was on fire. I think it caught fire.
Oh, okay, apology. Director, this is the one that we have that caught fire.
On the sad day of the 28th of January, 2026, at approximately 8:30 in the morning, while the street department was cleaning trucks after a several-day snow removal event, one of our gentlemen went out to fire up one of our dump trucks. At that moment, it started rough. It was running even more roughly. Smoke began to come in through the vents into the cab. The cab was filled. He exited the cab, called for help. Several of his fellows came with fire extinguishers, attempted to put the fire out. They were unable to do that. We called our colleagues at the Springfield Fire Department. They arrived. It was consumed in the fire. The fire was put out. No one was hurt. The motor was destroyed. The forward compartment was destroyed, and the cab was destroyed as well, and it needs to be replaced.
Do we need a moment of silence for this?
We've already had one, sir, but I appreciate your good wishes.
We do, I'm not going to finish that. So thank you. I just wanted to be really clear, because this is a larger purchase.
Yes.
And while we would love to be adding new trucks like this, this was an unexpected addition.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's replacing a truck that was how old?
It was one of the older ones we had. I can't, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you how old it was.
That's how I want it listed on my gravestone, too. Thank you very much, Director.
Thank you, Director.
Chair.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
2026-232, a resolution authorizing the execution of a letter of understanding between the City of Springfield and the State of Illinois for the 6th Street Road expansion from I-55-I-72 interchange to 900 north of Stevenson Drive for the Office of Public Works.
Move to consent.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-233, a resolution notifying the State of Illinois Department of Transportation that motor fuel tax funds in the amount of $45,062 may be used for preliminary and design engineering services, PE1, for the 11th Street and South Grand Avenue Safety Improvements Project, MFT Section 23-00497-00-TL for the Office of Public Works.
Motion for consent.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-234, an ordinance authorizing a supplemental agreement with Hanson Professional Services Incorporated to perform Phase 1 preliminary engineering services for the reconfiguration of the South Grand Avenue and 11th Street intersection and mill and overlay of South Grand Avenue from the east side of 9th Street to east of 11th Street, MFT Section Number 23-00497-00-TL, in the amount of $45,062, and a total amount not to exceed $315,062 for the Office of Public Works.
Motion for consent.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
2026-235, an ordinance approving the variance request of Section 153.158B2 pertaining to access to a private road for Lot 1 of Roche subdivision for the Office of Public Works.
Move consent.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-236, an ordinance approving the location and sketch map of Roche subdivision for the Office of Public Works.
Move consent.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, any discussion? All in favor? Ayes have it.
No discussion.
General City Business, 2026-238, an ordinance to increase the number of Class D liquor licenses by one for A to Z Realty Investments LLC, DBA Crown's Pub and Grill located at 2690 South Dirksen Parkway.
Move consent.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
2026-239, an ordinance to decrease the number of Class B liquor licenses by one due to the sale of business by Beeline Properties LLC, DBA Beeline Mart number 10430, located at 430 Stanford Avenue.
Move consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-240, an ordinance amending Chapter 82, Section 82.02 of the 1988 City of Springfield Code of Ordinances as amended to increase the penalties for parking violations.
Motion for consent.
Motion for
Second.
debate.
Motion for debate. Do we have a second?
Sure, second.
Sure.
Doesn't need it, but yeah.
Oh, he doesn't need, okay. Got a motion for debate.
And I'll just say that I put this on debate because as I said before, I'm not a fan of raising anything. I think our downtown parking, I represent portions of the downtown. We have parking as well. And I can tell you, we just got hit with private lots being charged and stuff. And I can tell you that some of those lots, they shouldn't be, they should probably let people park on them for free. They don't maintain them. They don't pick up the trash on them. I deal with it. I look at it every day. So, and as far as raising them, over the last 5 years, we have gotten free money out of those meters. So we should take that free money and we should put it back into some digital signs and some digital parking things. They have one in St. Louis. It's a nice little thing. You walk up, you put your license plate in. It can still be free for 2 hours and then automatically charge them. They can opt in to park longer. We have to start moving our community into the 21st century. So, that's something that I'll be looking at. These things is not like our Alderwoman has not heard this from me before. But that's what I really truly believe, that we take that free money that we've been collecting since 2025. It's been free. People have put in, Hunter, I think we're down at low at what, $40,000, $50,000, but over the last 5 years since COVID, it's been free, supposed to have been free. And we've been collecting that money ever since. And we should turn around and put it back into our parking situation, color code it, make it easier for people. That's just my opinion. Thank you. As a representative of downtown.
Thank you, Alderman. That it? Alderman Carlson.
I won't take long. I mean, I think we may talk about this next week, but I mean, parking is still free, as we all know, and all we're trying to do is to go after, violators. I think we all hear that there's no parking downtown. Well, I don't know if we can have it both ways. First of all, we know state employees, as we've talked about tonight, are not back in the office, and so I think we need the turnover of these parking places in front of our downtown businesses. And the only way, unfortunately, is just going to get the attention of people who park in these spaces. We've got to, we've got to raise the fee and the cost of not moving their space. I mean, some of these people are just, hey, parking down there $10 all day or $20 all day. We need to have the turnover of these vehicles, and I don't know. I mean, there are probably a few state employees down here, some city employees down here. I think along with this, I think it's going to be incumbent upon us to make sure government employees are not parking in the street. We have a free ramp right across the street. I got downtown a little bit late today. Alderman, I usually try to get here about 4 o'clock. Got here about 4:20. I can tell you one thing, when I get here at 4, I got to find a little place. I get at 415 or 420, I can get right on Monroe Street. So I suspect, I think we know who those people are, so, thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderwoman Purchase.
Thank you, Chair, and I will echo some of what Alderman Carlson just stated, because and it's not like Alderman Gregory hasn't had this conversation with me. I told him the intent was for the people in the daytime. After 5 o'clock, parking is completely free. Most of our local citizens are not down there during the daytime, so we know who is parking in these parking spaces, who are taking up 2 parking spaces by not parking within within the lines that's required for them to park in. And then I've attended multiple alliance meetings that we have with our downtown businesses, and I have my DSI Executive Director, Jay, here today, who also would speak up to some of this, that we've came to this solution. And also this is a problem, and it's everywhere. We have to do gradual steps in increasing fines, increasing anything, because the cost of living is going up, the cost of wages are everything goes up. So when we're doing the increase, instead of hitting it 13 years later, if we was doing it a little bit at a time. I know it's a saying that I use, you have a big elephant and you're taking a bite at one time. You can't eat the whole elephant at one time. We got to stop not doing things gradually. We got to stop waiting 10, 15, 20, 30 years to do an increase, so then it feels like it's big. It's just like people with their rent increases. If you wait 5 years to increase somebody's rent, it's a hard time on them. But if you do it gradually every year, it's that $10 or $20. It's okay to them. They understand what's going on. So I will be in favor of this, but I do respect my counterpart, who is also representing downtown as well and looking at his portion of it. So I respect that he will be voting no on this. Thank you.
So to be
Alderman Gregory,
to be clear, $10 more is not going to move the needle none. I mean, if you want to move people and just get them, charge them $100 then. You like raising, everybody like raising stuff, charge them $100 more then for ticket. I'm not going to vote for it because I'm not in favor of that. I think we have to fix the issue. People don't know it's free, and it's not free. It's free for 2 hours, and then you get charged. That's what we're trying to raise, right? So I'll just say this. Director Fuchs, can you next week give us the amount of this situation happens? Can you from our parking enforcement, how many times we got, not tickets, right, but give us some idea of where we're at. Are these 5 minutes after tickets, or these hours tickets, and how many are we having this? I think that will help us figure out what we're doing. But again, I'm real big on improving our situation so people know. I work down there. I see people get out of the car. Our tourists, they get out. There's no signs. There's nothing. So fix that first. Then let's see how it works, and then come back and raise the fines and stuff. But people don't know. How are they supposed to know? So that's just my take on it. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you.
Alderwoman Purchase.
Thank you. I do agree on that with Alderman Gregory about more signage being put up, and I've been a huge advocate of, even when we put the bags on the meters, to put what days that is unavailable and the time frame. So just educating the community, and then also just following the rules. I know Alderman Gregory shared with me somebody's car got towed, and I said, well, why did it get towed? How many days had it been sitting there? We just don't go towing people cars that's sitting in a legit spot and following rules. So something has happened for it to take place. So we just got to follow the rules too as well. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Alderman Hanauer.
Thank you. I know in the past, we have looked at when the meters were, and I appreciate us taking the meters out.
Yeah.
We, way back, and Sean, I don't know if you were on the council at the time, but we were told that the meters are in such bad shape, we cannot repair them anymore, right? Yeah, I remember that. And so they looked, they did a study, or they got a RFP or something to look at bringing in, the kiosk or the smart meters and all that. And it was great. You could do a lot of things. You could see where people are, where open spaces are and that. And that was all fine and dandy until we got the cost. And the cost was crazy. And then for every ticket we wrote, we had to give, I can't remember, it was like 20% or something crazy to that. And if we wrote them, and we wrote them a more ticket, you know, if they didn't pay, they still got, the company got that. And in the end, it was never brought forward. I do agree. I like the kiosk idea. What this does, though, is once we get the meters out, I agree, we got to have signs that say this is a 2-hour period. I agree with that. I think that that's important. And you people just have to know it in 2 hours they got to move. We need to raise our prices, though, because let's face it, we're paying our traffic wardens a lot more money, you know, based on union raises and that. Their salaries have gone up, so I do think we need to raise it. I agree with you that who knows if it's going to really make a big difference, but when they get a couple more, you know, if you're sitting there all day and you're getting 3 or 4 tickets, that's going to make a difference. It makes a bigger difference than paying $30 a month or $50 a month for a parking spot, you know,
To
parking
some
lot.
of us.
For some people.
Money down there, no.
But,
they ain't tripping.
but I will just say that look, I would have no problem voting for, depending on the cost of like the kiosk or whatever, if we wanted to go that route. But right now, I'm happy with the free 2-hour parking or whatever, and us going forward. And I do agree. I think we do need more signage. So thank you.
Thank you. Alderman Cox.
Real briefly, I agree that there probably need to be some increases, especially, you know, I'm like really happy to see parking for persons with a disability jump to $500. Those violations absolutely need to be a big hit to the wallet. Some of them, though, maybe we don't need to double just because of the types of situations, which is why, Director Fuchs, it would be great if you could get us some kind of stats on what type of tickets are typically written, how much we're actually making off of tickets now. I mean, money's money, we need to know about it. And then also, it will help a lot, I think, just cutting our current meters down. That's going to help just because people won't have anywhere to waste their money. They'll understand it's free. But anyway, that's all I've got. I appreciate the time. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Alderman Carl.
Sorry, Chair, one more bite at the apple. We're talking about, you know, penalties here and glass half empty. I want to finish on a positive note. To me, this is pro downtown. This is pro business. We get cars in and out so people can come downtown and enjoy the shopping that they have. So to me, this is pro downtown and shop owners.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And, you know, just to finish up, is it habitual people, the offenders that come down and it's the same people over and over? And I don't know if there's a way to track that kind of stuff, but is it the same people, you know, pulling the same annex to, you know, sitting there for 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day, you know, maybe stiffen it up on those folks, you know? Anyway, we had a motion for debate. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you.
2026-241, an ordinance authorizing a sponsorship payment of $30,000 to Juneteenth Incorporated for the 2026 Juneteenth celebration to be held no later than June 20th, 2026 for the Springfield Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Motion for consent.
Second.
The group is in the back and they have waited all night long, and I would ask Chair, they don't want to speak. All right, I'm just making sure. But this is,
Let's keep going.
I thank the mayor. We did have a good conversation. We have put this in the budget annually, so it will, continue on. If Scott was here, I would press on him to make sure that gets out earlier. So good job over the years. I appreciate everyone. Thank you. Oh, you is over there.
He heard you.
Wow. He's still here. Very good, Scott.
All right, thank you.
Only thing we want to say is we're expecting wine from a certain somebody. She knows who that is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so we
Motion for
had a
consent.
motion and a second discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-242, an ordinance authorizing a 2-year extension agreement under RFP HR 24-32 and authorizing an additional payment of $94,662 and a total amount not to exceed $277,662 with IO Solutions to furnish, develop, and administer entry-level exams for the police and fire departments and a lateral officer exam for police for the Office of Human Resources.
Move consent. Second.
No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-243, an ordinance authorizing a 2-year extension agreement under RFP HR 24-33 and authorizing an additional payment of $126,038 in a total amount not to exceed $507,388 with IO Solutions to furnish, develop, and administer promotional exams for the police and fire departments and a lateral officer exam for police for the Office of Human Resources.
Motion for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
2026-244, an ordinance authorizing a contract with Springfield Project for the period beginning March 1, 2026 through February 28, 2028, to support a comprehensive and cohesive strategic plan for economic development in Springfield and authorize an annual payment in the amount of $50,000, subject to the City Council approval of the city's fiscal year budget.
Motion for debate, real quick.
Oh, debate?
Yes, just real quick.
Debate?
Yes, I just need to gain understanding what we do. Mr.
I'll second it.
Yeah,
Or do
Chair.
we got a second?
So my only question is,
Go ahead, Dominic, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I guess this question would be for the mayor. Mayor, I see in the description it is a comprehensive and cohesive strategic plan. May I ask, what is it that we are looking for from the Springfield project?
I'm going to let Mr. Watson answer that because he and I both worked on this contract together, and he's going to give you a presentation. So.
Yeah, so to simplify it for the sake of time, and just FYI, I did have the clerk pass out presentation, so if there's any reference that you want to make as it relates to that, please let me know. So I'll simplify it really quick. It's to supplement funding for the things that we're already doing at a high level, some of which are outlined in this presentation. Just to give you kind of an overview, we have an incubator program for underserved, under-resourced businesses. We have an accelerator that we recently launched in conjunction with SIU System. We oversee a cultural district that we're looking to figure out how to develop and elevate the cultural district. We're also working with the reentry population to do record sealing and expungement, and then we're working with youth as well.
Thank you. I'm not trying to belabor you. So what you're doing in the text, comprehensive and cohesive strategic plan, it doesn't seem to match up a little bit for me. When I think about you guys doing a comprehensive and cohesive strategic plan, I think of that being for the whole community, and I'm not saying that part of what you do is not for the whole community. So, I looked at this and I seen this in there, Ms. Mayor, and I would like to just address it. I know last week we had a veto in the introduced, and we haven't taken a vote on it yet, and I've been really thinking about that. So, Dominic, Springfield Project, and his staff is a community development corporation, and I worked really, me and those who support me worked really hard on the Star Bond thing that we did in the district, and that presentation and everything, and it got vetoed. I won't say feeling, but it got vetoed. So I would just introduce a new replacement ordinance, and I will send that to you, Mr. Murdoch. But I just want to read this. So, Honorable Mayor, in response to your agenda item 2026-176, I'm going to be submitting a new levy district redevelopment ordinance. The ordinance in question was originally adopted by a city council with a 9-0 vote authorizing Star Bond feasibility study tied to BOS expansion concept and the broader history across the tracks redevelopment initiative. It's also my understanding that based on your veto action, while there is not a disagreement on the goal of redevelopment itself, there are things regarding the district structure and boundaries, implementation authority between taxing bodies and financing mechanism as originally proposed. Those concerns was communicated to me and asked to change. If I change those things, then what we were trying to accomplish shouldn't matter. So what I would like to propose is the new levy district. It plays into our historical context of black businesses and black success being on the west side of the tracks and was all burnt down, as we know, from the 1908 race riots. And we're about to build over all of that, by the way. So accordingly, I'm going to be submitting a new levee district replacement ordinance for that redevelopment ordinance. And it's just a simple framework. It maintains the original redevelopment intent. It preserves our history across the tracks activation goals. It shifts implementation into a locally controlled TIF-based model and allows immediate phase execution without dependency on external financing alignments. The boundaries are similar, but they will not encompass all of downtown. We're not wanted downtown, so I ain't about to do all of that. But it will go down 11th Street to Cook, pick up route history, as well as my businesses there in Ward 2 as well. This district that I'm proposing has 30-plus existing operating commercial business. There's active sales tax generation in this district. There's plenty of vacant land in this district, and we have plenty of entertainment that we want to improve on in this district. And I know it'll have to be done in phases, but I just want to give you a framework of what this district will include. It's already a TIF district. We definitely want to use on new improvements, just like what we was going to do with the Star Bonds box. We were going to use future increments, sales tax increments, to go back into those projects. So we want to consider that too for our district. We also want to consider some hotel motel tax to come our way too, off of visit stays, off of successful tourism drivers, and be a part of that, and that be reinvested back into our projects. And of course, private capital investment for build out and operations. So I just want to be clear that this proposal is not about rejection of my original concept, but it is a continuation of the same goal under the structure that is more immediately implemented. So there's and Mayor, we met briefly. Well, not briefly. I held you for a little bit, but there's about 7 different projects that we talked about. Juneteenth and their annual allotment was one of them, among some other things. But what I would like to do, and part of my amendment is I want to shift that $75,000 to this ordinance to make it $125,000. Because if he's developing a comprehensive and cohesive strategic plan for Wards 2 and 3, he should be funded correctly. We fund Sangamon County Growth Alliance to do the whole city, and we give them $250,000 a year. And we should give this community development organization the right tools to really perform and do his duties in our community. Currently, there is a TIF application submitted with Miss Amy for some funding from Bourbon Street, Rhythm and Ribs, and that is one of the first projects that I would like for him to help out on. They're doing a good job, as well as the Lincoln Color Home. I'll be asking for an ordinance for that to come forth as well. And these are all in this district box, as well as some other things that I will put in the ordinance. But so that will be my goal, and that is my amendment, and I will send that to you, Mr. Murdoch, for next week's preparation. Don't want to put more work on you, but I definitely want the community to know that the funding that you're receiving from the city is going to go to good hands. There's also opportunity across the street from here on a city-owned lot. We're about to redo South Grand and things of that nature. That's a city-owned lot. There's opportunity for us to do our food court, entrepreneurial court, similar to the rail yard. I love that place. I always go there, and we want to do that. We can either do it there, or we can do it down by the hub. They're advertising for commercial space and things of that nature. But let me say this. Why? Because we have so many entrepreneurs in our community that engage in these activities that need a home, and we should be cultivating that, and we should be doing that. It's right across the street from where they specialize in incubation. And, I would love for Dominic and Springfield Project and their staff to really look to see if that's feasible. Yes, I know that there'll probably have to be some type of environmental study on that. I know it was an old gas station, may have some tanks under there. But if we're talking about beautification of South Grand and the things that's going to enter into downtown, into the BOS expansion, our community needs the attention as well. I'm not like other other areas. I'm not sitting back waiting on nobody to do nothing for our community. I'm trying to push the initiative. I'm trying to come with plans for our community. And I think we put together something really, really good for our community with history across the tracks. I think everybody recognizes from it being 9-0 that it's really, really, really a good idea to bring extra tourism to our community. And you know, we have some tools in place to do those things and start some of those things out and keep working with our state partners to deliver for our community. So thank you. Yes, sir.
Any more discussion? Okay, this is a motion for debate, right?
Yes.
Okay. All in favor?
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Watson.
Thank you.
Unfinished business.
Unfinished business. Next is unfinished business. Alderwoman Purchase.
Thank you, Chair. Alderman Gregory, I know you had to say what you needed to say, but when you say that we're not wanted downtown, you got multiple black businesses downtown, so we are wanted down there. But it goes back into a little bit of what you said today that I'm very disappointed in. 3 of the black businesses, had to put out a small fire in the 1908 landmarker today. You don't know about that. And I could have did a video and put it on Facebook, but I didn't want to. And it was us taking pictures of water and pouring it into there. And Miss Linda from Vintage was right there to say they're starting it back up again. But what I noticed was that on either side, the city planters wasn't touched at all. But that was intentionally touched. And you're talking about a street that got 3 black businesses on it. Over the weekend, we had people who came from out of town. They parked as far down from Alamo to be able to go to an establishment that was right there. Didn't have no issues with parking, wasn't nothing touched. But for me to see that today, it was very disappointing. So I would like to ask, I know we have our assistant police chief right in the back. And I would like to ask Assistant Chief Leach to have our NPOs to walk around a little bit during the daytime to be more vigilant, as well as it's our jobs as downtown businesses. When you see something, say something, because this was intentional. This wasn't an accident.
We have cameras?
And we don't, yes, we do, right there on the corner. So I'm going to ask to review them as well. This wasn't an accident. And the fact that it was a planter on each side, and those are city planters, and they weren't touched at all, but that 1908 landmarker was touched, is very disappointing, and I'm very upset about it. And we don't need to call the Springfield Fire Department to come out, because all 3 of us came together to make sure that it was getting put out.
Appreciate y'all.
We're 1 month away from Juneteenth. With everything that's going on in this nation right now, we need to be sticking together. We need to be coming together. And that is unacceptable. And so I would just ask that it's on us as businesses, it's on us that people who live down there every day, people who are walking, when you see something, say something. When you see somebody doing something that's not appropriate, say something as well. And make sure you call and report it. And I'm very accessible. I'm around walking downtown a lot. I walked down here to work today and getting ready to walk back in the dark back to my place that I stay in. So I'm not afraid neither as well to speak up about this, but we are wanted downtown. We are sticking together, and I wanted to acknowledge that just took place before I came here to work.
Tonight?
Yes, literally.
Make sure we get
Thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Alderwoman Cottonley.
I just want to say, Alderwoman Purchase, you're absolutely right, unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable, and I hope we get that video to the police department. And was it damaged badly?
No, it was, you saw a lot of smoke, but one of our entities, they kept bringing out water and pouring it in there.
Okay.
And I said, this is not something we need to call the fire department about, but I will speak on it. And it literally just happened, so I was getting ready to come out and walk down here.
Unacceptable. Thank you. Thank you for bringing it up, though.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alderwoman Conley, that it?
That was all my,
Okay.
thank you.
Any
Thank you.
Any old business? Any new business?
Of course. Sorry, gotta switch hats again. I got my notes. So this weekend downtown, we have 4 major events. We have the kickoff for the Old Capitol Farmers Market. It opens up on the 27th season this Saturday at 8 a.m., which I always like to brag about, we're the downstate's largest producer-only farmers market, and we have tons of people who come out. Sometimes it's over 1,000 people on Saturday mornings just out. Oh, Jay said it's way more than that. But I'm making sure I don't misquote. But I know for sure it's around that amount. And then we also have the Lincoln Library Summer Book Sale that starts at 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. We got the Old Capitol Art Fair that opens up at 10 a.m. for both Saturday and Sunday, and features are over 130 artists, and they have some amazing, unique items. I know I have like a welded butterfly and a flower in my yard just from that, so I love supporting local. And then we have the Springfield Pride 2026. We have the parade that runs at noon, and then we also go all the way, it runs at 11:30, but we go from noon to 10 p.m. with live performances, food truck, kids activity, and a variety of local vendors. So there's plenty to do this weekend. I encourage my colleagues, and the whole entire city is welcome to all of these events. It's free of charge, and it will be, it's normally very packed too. And I'm just praying that the weather is good. We had the Fat Ass 5K last weekend, and it was amazing. The weather was great on Saturday, over 3,700 entries. When they got ready to start at the starting line, it started at 5th and, it started at 6th and Adams, and people were as packed to 6th and Washington before the start took off. That's how well it was well attended. These proceeds go to our non-for-profit, so I'm very excited to see what the numbers was generated from this year. We have things going on, so everyone please pay attention, and everyone are welcome to these events. Thank you, and I hope to see y'all this weekend because I'm going to be out.
Don't pay for parking downtown.
I tell anybody I see, don't feed the meters. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Alderwoman Conley.
Thank you. And I knew Alderwoman Purchase was going to bring up all the downtown stuff, but I just want to reiterate, I've had a number of people reach out. I love this weekend. I love this weekend. We have so much going on. We have this, our Pride Festival is
Huge.
big, it's loud, it's fun. I see families and just a wide range of people coming to that. I'm really excited for this. So I just wanted to, I knew you were going to say it. I was going to wait and let you do your wonderful introduction, but really encourage people to get downtown this weekend. We've got Pride, the farmers market. The only thing I'm going to say, bring your walking shoes. It's worth walking to everything. Alderman Gregg, you talked about, when I worked downtown, I would frequently park across 11th Street because I was too broke to pay for a parking spot. But you know what? It's a city. We are a city worth walking around, and there's a lot going on this weekend to walk to go see. And if you can get from all of these events, you're going to have a wonderful weekend. Looking forward to it. We do have a lot in the city. I know some people have already expressed concerns to me about the road work going on. We're going to pivot. We're going to be flexible. We're going to enjoy this. So, but thank you, Alderwoman. I knew you would do a fabulous job. I just had to add a little applause because I'm looking forward to this a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Alderwoman. Now it's time for citizens.
Joe McMiniman.
Joe, and I'm gone.
No, Joe.
Yeah, he was. Maribel Cruz Hine.
Not here.
Rosanna Polito.
Yeah, yeah. We'll yell at you. You're next.
Yep.
Ken Pecha. Down to 350.
Well, I already gave you guys a heck of a time earlier, but I mean, I think the thing we really need to realize is we've briefly touched on the national level. There is a real and concentrated effort to reduce black voting power in this country. People died for that. People bled for that. People marched for that. Most of you have been alive for that. That's not a distant memory. The reality is even if you want to deny that, a backdoor move to usurp 2 black aldermen in districts that were dearly underrepresented to the point that we had a court decree creating this aldermanic group because of it. Here we are years later, and what are we at? Ask yourself that. You have a white majority GOP-controlled board, and don't take that as a race issue. It's recognition, though, that those are not the people whose rights are being usurped. It's not their voting power being reduced. And if you don't believe that that's happening, if you think I'm ringing the alarm bells for ridiculous ideas, go look at the Tennessee legislature. They didn't even wait a day after that Supreme Court decision to completely eradicate the only black majority district. This isn't me guessing, guys. This is reality. What you're watching is a usurping of power of two gentlemen who've worked very hard for their wards. And not only were they not consulted, but they were left out until they forced their way in. What they're asking you guys to do is respect that as aldermen, to have the city included in those discussions. Nobody's against the Bank of Springfield expansion, just like nobody's against Doris Turner. I saw Doris at my precinct committee person meeting last week. She's not mad at me. We're not having an argument. We're adults having a discussion about legislation. The reality is if that legislation is changing, you guys should be more interested in taking an active and ardent role in protecting the city's interests. I don't care what county wants. County's the kind of place that got us into the Sonia Massey situation through their administrative failures. So you'll pardon me if something that took a Massey commission and now a mental health board and numerous other things that are going to come from their failures to do anything proper with the county, now I'm supposed to trust them with my downtown, an entire zip code. Why don't we just draw a TIF around it? Give Saputo's that parking lot and Bank of Springfield a TIF. Let them have it. Give them the money from it. Let them build the expansion. We'd all love an expansion. Again, nobody's against bringing people here. But the idea that tourism is going to sustain downtown as opposed to, say, renovating the Wyndham into multi-level units, all of them, not hotel rooms. Bring in the hotel we're talking about right now. Turn that into high-density housing. What's that called? Permanent downtown residence, guys. You want to get real crazy? I'll borrow this from a conversation I just had. Why don't we turn the Hilton into a UIS housing unit? Why don't we bring some of those university students downtown and get a flavor of champagne since we keep talking about them? The simple fact is this has been done elsewhere, and you guys are missing the easy stuff. We're going to hand over a whole zip code to downtown for the maybe, oh, well, you might not use your sales tax. I don't trust Van Meter, and neither should you. He's not your party. He's not your people. He doesn't work for council. He works for his board. And you should be very suspicious of the idea that he wants to leave you guys sitting on the outside watching. Because we do have good ideas that could change things. I'm really curious, and I'll be honest here, what happened to that city planner who got hired in December? What does she think about this? Does she think this is a good idea to hand over an entire zip code based on the idea of a publicly funded private hotel? I sincerely doubt that. And if that is the case, if she's like, yeah, this is a banger idea, you should probably fire her. Because any city planner who's going to tell you should hand over things to an entirely different body that's not even elected, that you have no say in who's appointed, that doesn't make any sense. Ralph, you got elected. Brad, you got elected. Jeff got appointed. I'll leave him out of this. The idea is, though, is people wanted you here, right? Your constituents wanted you here representing their interests. Nobody gets to do that for this CATA board. Nobody's going to vote these people in. How do we even remove them? I mean, I think that's the idea. We have a governing body that could improve downtown right here in front of us. You guys just got to start thinking out of the box rather than hoping for Superman to swoop in and save us. Because I'll be honest with you, that's not a solution. Hoping for this golden egg approach is not realistic city planning. That is not long-term building, and it is absolutely not the kind of thing that makes people go, wow, this is great leadership. I'm really glad that we're going to hand things over to another body to handle things instead of the people I elected. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sarah Al,
She's not here tonight. Well, she left, sorry.
Vanessa Knox,
She also left.
Robert Frazier,
Oh my God, thank God you're here, Robert. I was going to be like, please don't make me say it 3 times in a row.
Thanks for hanging, Robert.
I love y'all. Everybody. I love everybody. Good evening. Tonight I stand here humbly and grateful and hopeful for our city. Here I hold 2 certificates, and these are certificates that represent more than completing a program. They represent something much larger. It is an intentional effort by the city of Springfield to open doors, build relationships, and create opportunities that strengthen the future of our entire community. I want to sincerely thank Mayor Busher, thank you, and her administration for recognizing that investing in people is one of the strongest investments that the city can make. I want to sincerely thank, read that part. Too often, conversations are about underserved communities focus only on problems. Tonight, I want to focus on progress, partnership, and possibility. The Springfield Minority Business Institute is important because it does not simply hand out information, it creates access, it creates exposure, it creates relationships. And for many entrepreneurs and non-for-profit leaders, relationships are often the bridge between surviving and truly growing. I especially want to recognize Ethan Posey, our Director of Community Relations, a black male serving as an important leadership position within this administration. His presence matters, his representation matters, visibility matters, and his leadership matters. But beyond the title, what matters most is the willingness to engage people, to listen, to help build pathways forward. Ethan represents the idea that our city can continue moving forward toward inclusion, professionalism, collaboration, and opportunity for everyone. And I want to personally thank him for the work that he is doing, for the respect he has shown to communities that simply want a fair opportunity to contribute and succeed. I also want to give a heartfelt thank you and let's go to our Senator Doris Turner. Senator Turner has consistently shown leadership by bringing people together, creating relationships that move beyond politics and towards progress. Her leadership has helped create conversations and partnerships that many people once thought were impossible. And tonight, I think it's important to recognize something powerful is happening in our community. We are seeing Democrats and Republicans willing to cross political lines for the betterment of Springfield and Sangamon County. That deserves recognition. A stronger community that benefits everybody, the kind of leadership that matters, because economic opportunity should never be a partisan issue. Workforce development should never be a partisan issue. Helping families succeed should never be a partisan issue. When leaders from different backgrounds and different political beliefs can sit at the same table, we want better outcomes for our community, and that's how real change begins. I truly hope this becomes a growing trend throughout our city, our country, our state, and frankly throughout our country, our county first, and then the country also. Because every culture, every neighborhood, every family shares many of the same goals: to work hard, to build stability, to create opportunity, and to live with dignity, and to leave something better behind for the next generation. That is not about race. That is not about a party affiliation. It's about humanity. Leveling the playing field across does not mean asking for special treatment. It means creating fair access to opportunity, education, resources, and relationships so that talent and hard work have the chance to succeed no matter where they come from. Springfield has an opportunity right now to become a model for what collaboration can look like when government, non-for-profits, business leaders, and educational institutions and the community choose partnership over division. Not arguing over who gets the credit, but focusing on the results. Because when communities grows economically, everybody wins, businesses grows, families stabilize, neighborhoods improve, and workforce expands. Hope becomes physical again. Tonight I want to simply say thank you. Thank you for believing in the collaboration still matters. Thank you for believing that more people at the table strengthens the entire city. And thank you for creating opportunities to help people not only dream, but build. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fraser. That's it. Executive session?
Second.
No need.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Meeting adjourned.